Hello everyone, I'm Butch Porter with AC Nation Radio. We're here at Rave Motion Pictures, Fairfax Corner 14, for the premiere of Atlas Shrugged, Part 1. With me is the beautiful and talented Karen Janelle. We're going to be interviewing people and getting reactions about why they came and what they enjoyed about the movie or what they didn't enjoy. And so I'm really excited about it. Aren't you excited?
I am crazy excited. And
really?
We had a wonderful turnout tonight. And the movie theater said that they had it in a smaller theater earlier today.
Right.
Sold out afternoon show, had to bump it up to the biggest theater they have tonight to accommodate all of the people who want to come.
Really excited. Actually, the one question I have for you is, what is it that concerns you the most about it? What is it that makes you nervous? Because you're a fan, I'm a fan.
I'm a huge fan, and I hope that the limited budget doesn't put a restriction on, the expectation that we all have. I mean, because the imagination that was put into the book in regards to John Galt's world, I just don't know if we're going to see the same quality that comes through in the writing as we do in the original. But I hope we do.
I think we will. I think the writing will be there. The main thing that I'm concerned about is direction. I'm a movie fanatic. I love movies. I've seen some of the previews, and the casting looks genius.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the casting.
I think they have some good character actors that are going to fit the roles perfectly.
In the end, it's going to be about how well it's cut and how it's directed. That's really what it boils down to, and I'm really excited about it. So we're going to talk to some people, get the reactions before and after. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm here with Jose, about to go in and see Atlas Shrugged. Jose, what brings you to the theater tonight, man?
Well, I have been a long fan of Ayn Rand's books. I'm interested in philosophy.
Okay.
And
are you an objectivist?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I'm open to the different ideas.
Sure.
Both from the spiritual to the scientific, and everything in between about those things that we have to kind of explore more, the why, how people should behave.
Sure.
And Ayn Rand does a good job in using reason as the main force that motivates human behavior, and that's the way to go. And I like her way that she is able to articulate. And I want to see how they illustrate that in the movie today. So.
Absolutely. So yeah, have you seen any of the trailers? Or you haven't?
No,
you haven't.
This
okay,
is, I'm bringing my wife today, so hopefully we can become Ayn Rand's fan. Well, I am already.
What brought you out tonight?
Curiosity. I want to see if the movie is authentic, if it portrays the book in the proper way as it deserves.
Right. So you're an Ayn Rand fan?
I buy about 80% of Ayn Rand. I think she
Right.
was magnificent in what she gets right. I would hope that she would not be looking for absolutists.
Yes.
Those who agree with her or in any capacity. She gets so much right, so articulately, and I think now, given our current, shall we say, collaboration against those ideas that are sitting in the highest levels of our government right now, people darn well better start paying attention to the 80% that she does get right. It's a theme that conservatives and libertarians and objectivists and all of those who love liberty, and each of those love liberty with a slightly different accent perhaps. However, it's just like the colonists on the road back to Boston, kneeling behind a stone wall. There might have been a libertarian to your left and an objectivist to your right, and you would have been a Bible-beating conservative. However, in front of you was the real enemy, seeking to impose something on all of you.
Are you a big fan of Ayn Rand or not really?
I find her ideas very interesting. I don't buy into them solely, but
right. Many have argued that it's the first step. It's like it's part of the picture, not the complete picture. Would you agree? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think? Have you seen any of the trailers? Do you think it's going to be?
Yeah, I saw some of the trailers. It looked pretty action-packed.
Are you a movie guy?
To a point.
To a point. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what is it that really makes you want to come see this instead of the other movies that are coming out?
I'm interested to see what kind of interest there is in the movie. Acceptance for the idea. To see if our culture is ready for something like this.
I think that's a good question to ask.
And I've got Lyle Brown here, waiting to see the movie this evening. Can you let us know why you're here this evening?
Because they won't show it in Fredericksburg.
Oh.
I drove 50 miles to come see this.
That is dedication.
Well, it's I think it's an important film. I'm a little disappointed it's 3 parts, but I'm also encouraged that it's 3 parts because it means they're probably going to cover everything in the book.
I
and
agree.
right now, today, I think the message of the book and the film is very important.
Definitely. Now, you've read the book, obviously.
Yes, I actually did it on tape. But yeah.
Did you? Who's your favorite character?
I think Dagny.
Dagny?
Yeah, she's got chutzpah. You know, she's got
Is there a character that you identify with more, though, other than just having your favorite character as Dagny?
No, not really.
No.
I've been a military member and a federal employee all my adult life, so
you don't see yourself an image within any of those.
Not what you do to the theater.
Well, I have been a fan of Ayn Rand in many aspects and many dimensions of Ayn Rand, but I think that today a movie such as this is even more important to make the public understand the dilemma we're certainly in today. There's a great encroachment on our personal freedoms going on at this particular point in time, not only from a taxation purpose, from a perspective, but also from a policy perspective.
Sure.
And I think the more of us that come here and make this kind of presentation, this kind of production now, I think we can get more people to understand. We're in a particular point in time. It's a time of dilemma. It's a time of change, and it's a time where if you sit down and think about it, you can become very afraid.
That's right. It's best not to think, right? I mean, seriously.
Think again. Who is John Galt?
John Galt is the winner, actually. He's in the audience. Does he have a really cool hat?
I like the story so far. It's very nice. It seemed though that it was a bit disjointed, coming from scene to scene.
Right.
A little bit, but other than that, it was great. I liked it. Thanks.
Good things, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so
What did you
much.
think?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, like the book, a contrived vehicle for an ideology, but really better than reading a textbook. Absolutely.
That's a good point.
But it does get the point across. I mean, absolutely. But as far as appeal to people that aren't into that kind of thing, I wonder about that.
I wonder the same thing, but
people who are into it, really interesting.
How you doing? I know Mike. Mike's a friend. Mike's been on our show before, actually. Yeah. So, Mike, tell us what you thought of the movie.
I thought it was great. I looked at it as sort of the message that Rand was trying to say in terms of her book, not so much cinematography and judging it like any other Hollywood movie. I really look forward to the second and third parts because having read the book and read everything that she's written, I think this is very apropos in the times we're in right now.
Absolutely. Hey, man, thanks so much.
Okay.
Take care. Good to see you, Mike. Jose, so we talked to Jose before the show.
How are you?
So what did you think, man?
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah?
I'm looking forward for the second part.
You think they kept you hanging enough?
I wish that they would have the speech given by Falcone.
I think everyone should have come out of there picking up something that would have been a spark to say, that's happening now. This is frightening because I see pieces of things that are happening right now. I mean, the things, you know, we see little things. I mean, government intrusion into all kinds of aspects of our lives. You know, even the poor nurse that was up in Connecticut who had a home, and the government came in, and it wasn't even for a public purpose; it was for a private purpose, and took her land, took her home, and it was for a casino. So, you know, if we pay attention to those things going on right now, there are tons of parallels of what's going on in that movie, and a much more frightful ending than any of us can imagine, because our imaginations don't go that far.
Well, we just got through watching the movie. We're pumped.
Absolutely.
So, Karen, give me your thoughts. What did you think of the movie?
Well, as I thought might be the case, I was slightly disappointed with the production level. But, you know, there were a lot of endearing characters. I thought at the beginning it was too fast-paced for anybody who hadn't read the book.
Right.
But I thought they did a good job of slowing it down in the middle to really get that socialist message across. And people were kind of, I could hear people in the audience go, ooh, you know.
Other than that, I thought the cinematography was great, the direction was good. I actually was, I think sometimes the dialogue gets a little stilted when you're trying to go through these themes, and that's to be expected. But you know, I remember watching Fountainhead. I watched Fountainhead like, I don't know, like a year ago.
Oh, really?
And the thing with Fountainhead was Ayn Rand demanded full operational control on the script, and thus the court scene in the end is a long, painful, you know, thing to watch. But I think these guys were a little better at getting the themes out there without making it too stilted and preachy.
Well, one of the persons we interviewed at the end was disappointed that big, long speech
Yeah, exactly.
wasn't in there, and I actually was too, because it is absolutely my favorite 4 pages of the book. And I think that they could have done a better job incorporating some piece of that. The beginning, I thought, was very accelerated. And I could sort of feel the audience around us in that middle part kind of relax, get into it, really be in tune with it. And a couple people who hadn't read the book made mention of that it finally was clicking with them what was going on. So hopefully they'll take note on that in the next one.
Sure.
And,
I think another thing too is that I don't think it really occurred to me how little of this, just the sort of concept of individual. I mean, you get it in some movies where you have the whole rags to riches stories, and you get the sort of you know, the athletic stories where people are successful athletically and they triumph over obstacles, etc. But I don't think I've ever seen a movie that really explained how evil it is to tax and regulate people to death. Corporate giants. You never have an industrialist as a protagonist in a movie. It's almost impossible to do. They're usually the enemy.
Overall, I think it was a pretty impressive show, especially considering the fact that it was funded through unusual methods.
Not quite unusual, but outside of Hollywood.
Outside the Hollywood working system.
Sure.
And, you know, I think it presents a message relating to our relationship with the government that needs to be heard.